So if you then imagine that and some of you have done this before, I'm sure, you imagine that you've been living in the top of a castle in an enclosed room where there'll be no windows, no light coming in. Now, light is information, but there's no light coming into the room, and you know your way around the room because you've been there for a very long time. You accept the room as reality because you know nothing else, or you've no memory of anything else, might be more exact thing to say. And so you know your way around, but then someone comes along and a key appears in this room, and you don't know what a key is, of course. You've never seen one. We can't see anything anyway, but you've never experienced a key before. But as you continue on your exploration of the space that you live in, and you find this little hole in the wall somewhere or in a wooden board, and you put the key in and it turns and you open the window. And of course, if you open shutters, open your eyes after you've been living in darkness for millennia and the sun shines in, chances are you're going to go blind. Too much information coming in too quickly. So then you sort of go blind, you fall over, hit your head on the concrete floor, die, and start all over again. What we try to do with the clearing is regulate the speed or the distance that we open the window. So as you practice your clearing, essentially what you're doing is peeling back layer by layer of personality. So if you imagine that your personality is actually a bag full of points of view, of values, of experiences, of judgments, and that's all you are, this collection of information. This information you strongly identify with, and by strongly identifying with it, you have become addicted to the particular chemicals that that addiction creates neurologically. So the brain creates various chemicals associated with various memories, various experiences, various frequencies. The chemicals, of course, we've spoken about this, enter the body. The body absorbs the chemicals, that you interpret those chemicals in a simple sense as an emotion or a feeling. And because in the past we have identified with that feeling or that thought, then we become that feeling or that thought. So what happens then is, because you keep doing it over and over again, the body's producing more and more of these chemicals. The body becomes addicted to the chemical. Then you'll start to experience phenomena that you actually create or attract that actually confirms this is your reality. So the addiction is a projection into the sea of consciousness, and you get back what you put in. So it just gets caught in a loop. You think this is how things are, this is who I am, and so on and so forth. Yet it's a very small, closed loop. When we contract.